Hey guys, and welcome back to the Groom Gallagher mansion. My steps feel heavy as I return to the hallway. I wasn't expecting floor arrangements to be that intense.
Hey, are you doing all right now?
I'll live.
Might be time to see what you can get up to before your rendezvous with Elias.
I nod my head, as if Taylor can somehow see me all through the earpiece. Back to where it all begun. The dust isn't so thick now, and while it doesn't look all too fabulous compared to the rest of the place, it looks a little less uninviting. Hey, you remember that painting I mentioned before in the foyer?
On the second floor. Yep. What about it?
I think I can make out a few details better now, maybe even get a pic of it. I test my foot on the first step and angle my camera up to snap a photo of the frame. When the deed is done, I text it to Taylor. Here you go. If I had to hazard a guess then, this style of painting would be Impressionism? And it was all the rage in the late 19th century, so it fit the timeline. Know anything about the subject?
It's probably a portrait of one of the Gallagher ladies. What better way to flaunt wealth and status than by paying someone to preserve your likeness with expensive materials?
I zoom in on the photo I took and study the details. I assume Taylor's doing the same. It was earring and necklace, and the size of that ring too. Damn, that's too rich for my blood.
Probably the precious family jewels Elias was telling you about.
Taylor snickers. I roll my eyes with a groan.
Anyways, I'll look into this and see if I can get an exact match for who it might be. Keep hunting around?
Roger that. I pick one of the many doors in the foyer and swing it open, wincing a little how badly it needs to be oiled. Huh? Elias wasn't kidding when he said that some of the rooms would be in disarray. Definitely doesn't look as nice as a study. I think this is a living room or a lounge. There's couches at least. The patterns have all worn off and the materials is torn open in a few places. I run my hand over the back of the love seat.
Anything interesting there?
A love seat, that's what they're called? Aside from the couches, there's a rocking chair, a mounted deer head, a painting of a building, a grandfather clock, and a bookshelf. Elias hasn't worked his magic here, so it's a bit decrepit. I'll investigate everything else before I take a look at the books. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that anyways. Back the deer head. I walked over to the mounted deer head and peered in its soulless, long dead eyes. Taxidermy always freaked me out as a kid, and that never changed as I got older. The Gallagher man liked to hunt for sport, didn't they?
All of them but Elias.
From my interactions with him, he probably couldn't even hurt a fly. I really don't see the point of killing animals for fun, like at least eat the venison, you know? I'm actually surprised I didn't see any rifles mounted on the walls for decoration.
How big are the antlers on that deer anyway?
Really small, nothing to write home about.
Did you know that in the winter, deer, moose, and other mammals who grow antlers will just shake them clean off? Maybe they shot that deer in the spring when it was regrowing them.
Maybe. Huh, thanks for the fun trivia. Now let's expect the clocks. There's always something with clocks. I peer at the face of the grandfather clock, frowning when I notice that the hands are missing. I know analog clocks are a thing of the past, but I really like the aesthetics of a ticking clock. There's just something about them that's so cool.
You think so? I feel like they're too inaccurate. If a gear stops turning or the battery dies out, then you have to manually set it again. Digital clocks hook up to the internet so they don't have that problem.
I mean, I guess. Taylor, you're missing the point. It's about aesthetics. Taylor lets out a loud grumbling instead of bothering to argue with you. Inspect the painting. Another impressionist painting, this time of a building's facade. Doesn't seem to be the manner though, so I wonder if this building has any significance. Do you know if there are any secret passages in this mansion?
I wouldn't doubt it since the Gallaghers had this place built just for them, but I wouldn't know where they are. They're secret for a reason.
Huh. Gee, thanks. I tried to lift up the painting just enough to see if there's anything behind it. There isn't. Now we're done looking. Hey Taylor, I've looked at everything else aside from the shelf, so I'm gonna check out the books. Any ideas of where to start?
Tell me what you're looking at.
I scanned the spines for titles. There's an encyclopedia series, a dictionary, a thesaurus, a Bible, Bible hymns, an assortment of Shakespearean plays. Or at least try to. The corners of the pages disintegrated in my fingers.
Ha ha! Bingo! I finally got a match on that painting from earlier.
Oh? Oh yeah? Who is it? I slide the book in my hand back onto the shelf before hazarding a seat on one of the couches. Moments later, Taylor texts me an old black and white photo.
Check it out. That's Mama Gallagher herself. Mildred loved to host tea parties and dances at the manor. Always made a grand show of the family bling while she was at it.
Mildred is such a sad, wilting name. I don't know, that's what it sounds like to me. I don't blame her. She's very beautiful.
She was the envy of the land until that Gallagher curse killed her. Anyways, that's one mystery solved. Think there's anything else in here?
I stand up and check the shelf again. Oh, there's a children's picture book about clowns? Oh my god, clowns are the evilest thing ever.
Don't open that!
Okay, nerd. Well, nothing else really calls out to me, so I'm going over to the next room. I pause momentarily. Over?
Roger that.
I slip back into the foyer and stare down the other doors. A map of this place would really help right now. Well, here we go. I push past another door at random and peek my head inside before walking in. It's a modestly sized room with a rectangular wooden table surrounded by chairs, along with a small and chandelier on the ceiling. I think this is the dining room. Seems suited for eating meals here with a large family or guests at least, and it's in much better condition than the living room.
What else is in there?
Fireplace, table, chairs, lamps, and a fancy-looking cabinet. More books in there, looks like.
Take a look around and tell me if there's anything interesting before you indulge in literature again.
Okay, roger that. Inspect the fireplace. I head over to the fireplace and start knocking on the walls. I hope there's a secret passage here. No matter where I knock, I don't find any sections that feel or sound different.
No dice?
Nope. No dice.
Keep at it, bud. Your dream will come true one day.
Expect the table. It's such a nice table. It's got lacquered wood finish and everything.
Can you stick to the mission, please?
Hey, I'm doing a lot of walking here. Let me sit down for a moment. There are hubs in my ear while I plop down in one of the chairs, which happens to be surprisingly cushy. You know, you never really answered my question before.
Which one?
About the hypothetical ghost clown servant?
No, we are not talking about clowns!
Whatever ghost clown man made you blueberry pancakes in the bid to gain your friendship and trust.
I don't even like blueberries, and waffles are superior in every way. They can hold syrup, melted butter, or whatever you top them with, so you lose less to your plate.
Yeah, that's true. But Taylor, I keep telling you that you need to lay your face down in a fresh stack of fluffy pancakes at least once in your life. It's like being hugged by literal puppies.
I am not putting food on my face, or my face into food. No, end of conversation. Get back to the mission.
Yes. I click my tongue in annoyance and he clicks back. Now we shall inspect the floor lamps. I could use more light in here, but these lamps are probably dead, aren't they? Yeah, they're just as dead as Elias. Whenever collectors will go wild over some antique light bulbs.
Of all the things in this mansion, you're thinking of stealing the light bulbs?
I mean, they would go for a lot of money. What, you want me to walk out of here with a table?
Fair enough.
I hold one of the lamps in my hand and try to twist the bulb up, but it doesn't budge. Scratch that, I'm not gonna bother.
Hey, wanna know another fun fact? Thomas Edison didn't actually invent the light bulb. He bought the patent from two dudes named Henry Woodward and Matthew Evan.
He was a fraud.
Edison was able to claim fame thanks to the fact that he had enough capital to finance improvements to the design.
So the moral of the story is that the rich get richer and the poor stay starving.
My point was that popular history gets written by the winners, but that works too.
Yeah, both works. We finished looking. Nothing else here to look at but the cabinet now.
Let me know what you find.
Like I was giving us specs. I kneel down by the floor and inspect the books in the bottom. These seem to be cookbooks for various European cuisines, Irish, Polish, Dutch, and so forth. No dessert cookbooks there. Maybe they're behind the glass?
Right, Elias wanted to bake a cake for you. Would he even be able to eat it?
Maybe? He did have a tea set in the study, so maybe it's like food offerings for the departed?
Can you say that again?
Oh, he's coming.
My line's coming out again.
I said, there's static in the earpiece, and I'm suddenly overcome with dizziness. I groan while trying to get back upright, grabbing the back of the chair for balance. Suddenly my vision darkens and the room spins. My feet can't touch the ground. I'm falling down into a yawning abyss. I open my eyes. Behind me, the chandelier starts swinging and the fireplace roars to life, and yet I'm freezing, like there's ice slushing through my veins again. It's horrible and I'm scared. This is definitely the same dining room, but everything feels wrong. I grab the chair harder and lift my head. That was a mistake. Encased in the glass of the cabinet is the figure of a woman. Uh-oh! She's so far away, but she's coming closer and closer and closer with a knife in her hand, and a Cheshire cat grin painted across her lips. Dripping with bloodlust, her needle-like gaze makes a pinboard of me. I can't breathe. I have to get out of here. How can I escape? In an act of defiance, I spin in the opposite direction, try to make a break for it, but my feet are cemented in place.
Hey, can you hear me? Answer if you can hear me!
Get away from me. My knees give out, and I collapse back into the chair.
Are you okay? Were you attacked?
Not physically.
Static took over the line again, and I heard something garbled from your end. Some kind of whispering or chanting? Was that you?
No, that wasn't me. I swallow deep gaps of air, trying to regain my breath as Taylor's voice rings in my ear.
Hey, what did you see?
I think it was Violet again.
I'm starting to think there are some other spirits in this mansion besides Elias.
That's bad.
Why else would there be interference when he's not even in the room?
Goodness, are you quite all right?
I look up at the sound of Elias's voice.
Why do you look so pale?
Oh my sweet Elias, I simply... I'm not going to tell him that I had a vision of someone, probably the woman he was supposed to marry, charging at me with a knife. It simply feels as though 1,000 years have passed since I last saw you, my love, and I began to feel a bit lonely. Taylor groans on the other side while I fake a pacifying grin.
It's been like, what, 20 minutes tops?
Forgive me for leaving you to your own devices for so long, dearest. I am here now, so there is no need to linger in the despair of solitude.
My gratitude, Elias, but surely my pain is nothing compared to your own.
Worry not, my love. For my years in the flesh prepared me
You're
for
really
such an
playing it out.
existence. I am not forgotten.
It could be my imagination, but I see a flicker of pain in his eyes for a moment, as if he's trying to convince himself of that last bit.
Why, even before you came to me, there would be the occasional visitor to my manor. None quite so welcome, mind you. Most were in a stupefied, intoxicated state.
Oh. They call it.
Good entertainment, but not the company I'd choose to spend the rest of my waking moments with. Unlike you, my love.
Man, this guy is just... ugh.
I'm trying my hardest not to roll my eyes at Taylor's unnecessary commentary. Let us not linger on such irrelevant matters. Then, shall we resume our preparations for the ceremony?
Why, yes, a splendid idea.
Elias moves forward towards the glass cabinet with a bounce in his float. Swinging the doors open, he starts humming.
Our wedding shall be oh so fine. The layer cake most of all, unforgettable. Nana's baking divine, and when paired with white wine, to not taste it would be quite regrettable.
I like the rhyming.
Oh, though I do miss her cream pies as well. Shame those aren't quite appropriate for a wedding.
Oh my god! Did he just say cream pie?
Get your hair out together, I'll make you cry.
She wrote the recipe in a manner such that you could make it in any sort of flavor, so long as you had the proper ingredients. Say, what flavor shall our cake be, my dear?
That's a good way to write a recipe, though. Oh, there's so many options to choose from, aren't there? I simply can't decide. What do you suggest, dearest? Elias thumbs the spine of the cookbooks with a little more focus.
I was quite partial to Earl Grey myself, but vanilla is always agreeable no matter the party. though perhaps a
Lavender.
delicate lemon with hints of lavender.
Lavender. I don't know what would lavender taste like. Is something the matter, Elias?
I must have misplaced grandmother's dessert recipes. I can't find them.
Elias lowers his hands from the cabinet and sighs, crestfallen.
Where did I leave them? I know I have seen it within the past decade at least.
Hey, here's our chance to look for more clues somewhere else.
Taylor makes a good point. Perhaps I can assist in your search. With 2 sets of eyes, I'm sure we'll find your grandmother's recipes in no time.
I am loath to ask my betrothed to make up for my mistakes, but yes, I would appreciate your help.
Do you have an inkling of an idea where you might have left them?
Unfortunately not. I do know that it must be in the manor, however. None of my possessions have left the grounds. I will investigate the common room. Take care where you may search, and be cautious of the 2nd floor. I have done my best to stabilize the structure, but it does take quite some energy.
Understood, my love. Maybe find your grandmother's recipe soon. Elias bows before he takes his leave through the door, and I release the breath I didn't realize I was holding.
Is he finally gone?
Yes, Taylor, he's gone. Looks like I can try looking on the 2nd floor now, but where should I start?
Well, you never got to hunt around the study since Elias was hanging out in there. But I wonder if you can find his bedroom.
Bedroom. Taylor pauses, and when he speaks again, I can hear his voice waver.
We also have no idea what caused that vision you saw earlier.
Should I return to the study, search for Elias' bedroom, or stay here in the dining room where I saw that vision? I can only be in one place at a time. So we have 3 choices here. Stay in the dining room, return to the study, find his bedroom. Let's return to the study. I want to revisit the study. You might find something out about the Gallagher family business, or that curse that killed them all.
Not a bad plan. Archibald Gallagher made his office in that study, so he talked business deals there.
I exit the dining room and head towards the study, back to where I first found Elias after waking up. Did you have any theories about the curse, by the way, Taylor?
I know about as much as you do. Perhaps one of those shuttered small businesses cast black magic on the family in retaliation for Archibald using them as a stepping stone on his way to the top.
Can't blame them.
Mr. Archibald Gallagher was known to be a rather stern and ruthless businessman.
Guess we'll see if we can find the evidence of that in the ledgers. Back in the study, the gentle aroma of chamomile tea permeates the room. Everything looks to be the same as the first time I was in here. Looks like it's business as usual.
What does that mean?
The tea said that Elias had I was still here, and there's way too many books to look through. Not sure where to start.
Unless he took a nap, he'd have to have been doing something.
I scanned the room once more, spotting a few new books on the desk. Maybe Elias was looking at those? I'll stare at the desk. There's some volumes here I didn't catch before.
Sounds good.
Static cuts Taylor off again, while a rush of dizziness knocks me into the chair. Not again. Hushed, hurried voices emanate in the darkness. Heavy feet stomped on plush rugs. Tension and anger loom in the air. Louder, louder, they're yelling. They're shouting. Which way is up? Which way is down? I don't know if I'm standing or floating or sitting or lying. I can't feel anything. I'm suffocating. My lungs are bursting. I want to cry. Tiny ray of light blinds me. I rush towards it in hopes of granting me solace, cupping my hands around it so it doesn't escape. Inside the light is a little motion picture. 2 figures in the study, one taller and older in the chair, the other much more youthful, leaning on a cane held in his right hand. The figure is vaguely familiar, yet I barely recognize him. His skin isn't translucent and blue. It's Elias.
Blast it all. Your sister died earlier this spring, and already we have to make arrangements for the next funeral.
Father, if you would let me speak just once.
What is it, Elias? I don't have time for idle chatter from a child like you.
Elias taps his cane in the carpet several times in barely restrained protest, though the man named Archibald Gallagher doesn't notice.
I am not a child anymore. I'm already of age, and I'd like to make a single request of you. It will not be too much trouble to you, Father.
And what would that be?
My mirror has been in need of repair for the longest time. If you could have someone restore it.
What mirror?
Grandmother's mirror. The one that used to be in the attic. It shattered. But I still have all the pieces.
Archibald turns toward his son in disgust.
You still have that trash in your room. You dare ask me to repair it after you broke it?
Elias' knuckles turn white on his left fist while he's trying to keep as much of a neutral face as he can.
It wasn't me, it was...
I have no time for your childish sentimentality, Elias. That mirror is worth nothing, and I have much more pressing matters to attend to. Leave now, or I'll have one of the servants remove you!
Dang, so mean.
Father, I can walk on my own 2 feet just fine.
If Archibald heard Elias, he certainly didn't care to react. Elias grips his cane tightly before turning towards the door, and in the process our eyes meet. His breath hitches in my throat before I can muster the willpower to do anything. And just like that, the scene disappears with a blink.
Copy! Hey! Do you copy?
So, they just hate him just because he was born sickly, which is very dumb. Taylor! My vision adjusts and suddenly I'm back in the study I walked into. Cold sweat clings to my skin.
Another vision?
Yeah, I'm still not used to these. These things are way worse than the one time Taylor and I tried experimenting with weed and got a bad batch.
Give me a status report.
I steadied my breath and gripped the arms of the chair as I sank down. I landed in the chair at least, and this time I saw Archibald Gallagher. He was arranging the next family funeral while Elias wanted him to fix the mirror.
A mirror?
He said it belonged to his grandmother.
I'll see what I can find out about it. Was there anything else?
One of the other things I saw was that Elias was using a cane, and his dad something about having servants remove him, like he was an object.
What the actual fuck?
No, because he's right. I don't know. Archibald said it as if Elias couldn't leave the city on his own, like he had zero autonomy, and of course Elias was really upset. Man, I'm upset about it.
Take your time to catch your breath. Let me know when you're ready.
I close my eyes and take in another deep breath. These flashbacks or memories or whatever they are extremely tiring, but assuming they're all from Elias' life, I shudder a little. I can't believe he had to go through that. I almost want to cry for him, but I don't know if I have enough time to do that right now. I need to focus. I bring the chair up to the desk and immediately start rifling through the books. There's a series of large notebooks filled with sheets upon sheets of information, aged yellow from the passage of time. I think I found the old Gallagher business ledgers, journals detailing where all the assets are as well. I flipped through some more pages, more books. There's bank names, but no clue as to where the jewels might be.
So close, yet so far.
I reached the end of the final notebook and stared stunned at the last leaf. Unlike the other pages written in neat black ink, a red scroll screams at me. The hell?
What's wrong?
The last page of the ledger says, "Those without fortune cling to what they can." It's written in red ink like someone was desperate.
Wow, that's ominous and not helpful at all. What does it even mean?
Elias is probably the only one who knows. I sift through the ledgers once more. After a sigh, I put the books away.
Nothing else?
Only hastily scribbled locations. I think I better get back. I quickly put everything away where I found it, then stand up from the desk. After scanning the study one last time, head out back to the hallway. That's very strange. Just as I'm a few paces from the study, I see Elias turn the corner with a giant grin on his face.
Good news, my dear. I have recovered the recipes. No need to fret any longer.
I jump as he floats closer, quickly trying to regain my composure. Elias, completely oblivious to my panic, continues giving me a reassuring smile.
It's all right, my dear. Now then, have you decided on a flavor?
Right, a flavor.
Choose funfetti! Choose funfetti!
Who would know what confetti is? Ignoring Taylor, I choose vanilla, Earl Grey, lemon, and lavender. I've never tried Earl Grey, but I heard that it's good, so let's choose that.
excellent choice. You have the most wonderful taste, my dear. Please, let me handle the remainder. If you wish to rest, please, I encourage you to do so.
Thank you, Elias. I shall take you up on that offer. Elias bows before floating off to some other part of the manor, leaving me alone again. Okay, he's gone.
Hey, Bud, you sound really exhausted. You should find some place to sit down and rest.
Yeah, give me a minute, alright? I take a look around the hallway. It really doesn't help that all these doors look the same. Striking, I picked a random door and tried a knob, and to my surprise, it turns. I guess I'll go in here. I'm not entirely sure what I expected, but it's a bathroom?
Is it at least clean?
Dusty but not moldy. I guess I could sit on the porcelain throne. I sweep my attire to the side and close the lid before taking a seat.
So how are you feeling? You've been through a lot, and that's the understatement of the century.
I'm physically okay, more mentally exhausted, really. We've got so much evidence to sort through.
Maybe we should go over everything we've learned so far.
I don't know how much time I have, but we might as well try.
Assume you have a little, so talk as fast as you can.
Okay, so those visions, are some horrifying things. I think they're only scary because I'm feeling what Elias has felt. Otherwise, it'd just be kind of spooky.
Are you afraid you're digging too deep?
What? I mean, I don't really have a choice. As far as I can tell, it's all about trying not to remind Elias of the past. But we'll never get anything good if we don't.
Okay, maybe take a step back and...
Relax, I'm already here. I've seen the face of death in the sundress. I think I can save our club. Have you known me forever? Trust me, please.
But...
Violet has to be at the crux of all this, or close to it. If I keep seeing visions of things we couldn't find out in our research, we should be able to put together the bigger picture. There's so much more to the story than we ever could have thought.
Definitely.
Then just what happened just now. That vision I had while looking at Archibald's ledger was really intense. God, I felt so frustrated and he wasn't even talking to me.
I still haven't found anything online about whatever mirror Elias was talking about. Did he mention how big it was? Like, are we talking a hand mirror or a standing mirror?
I don't think he brought it up. All he said was that it belonged to his grandmother.
Do you think it's a red herring? Though, breaking a mirror is pretty bad luck.
Well, he didn't break it though. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Maybe it's the source of the curse.
And if Elias still has the pieces of that mirror, we can get to the bottom of this whole ordeal.
That would definitely be something we can boast about. Solving a centuries-old curse. I'm just not sure you should tackle that tonight. Honestly, and I mean it this time, I want you to leave this place. There's something very wrong going on. Nothing we read said anything like this would happen.
Taylor, calm down. I know this isn't exactly what we expected, but what were you expecting exactly? Be honest, did you think this would actually pan out? 3 years of failure, now we're finally here. We finally got what we wanted. We planned so much, hell, fantasized so much about what we do when we finally met a restless spirit. We tried our best to soothe them, to help them move on, to bring them the happiness they lost, to finish their unfinished business. Now we have the opportunity. Shouldn't we do what we said we'd do all along? Maybe we can help him move on.
Please, we don't know what kind of tricks he has up his sleeve. I don't want you to fall for anything he might be up to.
I won't, I promise. Am I even sure Elias is up to anything beyond trying to wed me? And will breaking Elias' heart any further really be better than going through with all this? It would not be better, it would be worse, actually. The next thing to do is pick out some jewelry, and then we're ready to go. The wedding will probably be at dawn, maybe just before. I don't know for sure. Do you want me to... A little beep echoes in my ear.
Bud?
I check my phone, and that beep means exactly what I think it means. My phone battery is almost dead. Crap, my phone's dying.
What?
Out of juice.
You didn't bring a portable charger?
What would I? Honestly, I didn't think I'd be here that long, and I didn't have much time to plan.
I'm coming in.
What? Wait, you...
I'm not leaving you alone in there with no contact. I'm responsible for that much. Stall for time. I'll see you soon. Over and out.
Well, the line goes dead. Pounding of my heart intensifies like a symphony reaching a crescendo. and like an area bursting from the melody, a voice triumphantly calls out to me.
My dear, can you come to the living room?
I have no choice but to oblige. As I step through the corridors, each creak of my footsteps is as thunderous as a waterfall. My phone vibrates one last time, a final warning before embracing its inevitable death. I arrive at the door and enter the living room, where Elias waits. At this point, there's no hiding my stress. I'm not that good of an actor, and Elias could see right through me. Still, I do my best to compose myself. Step into the living room. Elias is waiting for me, just as he said he would be.
Oh, my dear, you look paler than me.
Yeah, probably I do.
What on earth happened?
I lost contact with someone very important, just now. Have you ever been contacted by a spirit medium? There's something like what I've been doing, but that contact has been cut short.
You've been talking with someone else?
I have, for my own safety. When I came to this matter today, I didn't know what to expect.
I thought you expected me.
I hope for you, Elias, but until I came here, how could I know that was true? Perhaps I arrived to an empty estate moments from collapse without anyone to greet me, just another false rumor about a haunted mansion. Or maybe you wouldn't be as friendly and courteous as all the whispers implied. Maybe you wouldn't be the one lingering in this mansion at all. Or so many other possibilities. How many ghosts have you met in your lifetime, Elias?
A fair question. Well, I have faint memories of catching specters out of the corner of my eye. Unexplained disturbances and whatnot. But I have not conferred with any ghosts like the two of us have chatted. Certainly not in life.
Exactly. So you understand my mortal caution. Elias pouts. My friend, my medium, was the one guiding me through this manor safely.
And did you just meet this friend today, or...?
I've known him for a long time. He was the one who told me about this manor in the first place. Listen, Elias, I've met 0 ghosts until you, but not for lack of trying. With myself and Taylor, that's my friend, I've spent the better part of the past 3 years searching for the paranormal. And that would lead me to you. I don't know if I would be here if I hadn't spent that time looking for so long. Oh, is this a good idea?
Marvelous. My dear, how wonderful it is that you finally found me. Though, would you have sought the hand of any other ghosts you may have met?
A guilty sigh emanates from my lips, permeating the air. If they were willing to court me, I wouldn't automatically say no. But I imagine, based on what I've read, that none of the ghosts I otherwise might have run into around here would be interested in such things.
And as for your friend, how exactly has he served as a medium?
Oh, well, this earpiece is my method of communicating discreetly. I take a bit of plastic out of my ear, hold it out for Elias to observe. Whether he has any knowledge of such modern things or not, I have no clue. But sadly, it stopped working and needs to be charged. I don't think you're able to help me here either.
So, to contact him again, you'd have to leave?
Oh god. Actually, he's coming here. Now that the link between us is broken, he's not going to let me out of his sight.
Oh, is that so?
Is Elias blushing? He's not suddenly getting jealous of Taylor, is he?
Well, he's heard about the wedding, yes? Our wedding?
Yes.
Well, I suppose a wedding without guests isn't much of a wedding.
That's right.
Everything is just about in order for the ceremony anyway. And I hope your friend realizes how safe you are with me by now. He can wait outside for a little while we finish our preparations. Shall we go ahead and place the final touches on this affair?
We shall, dear. He offers me his arm, and I take it. I have no freaking clue what's about to happen. Can Taylor even get inside? Will he spill the beans about my facade? Will I be able to escape before I marry a ghost? Do I want to escape?
Now then, shall we? It is time to show you my precious family jewels.
Elias and I make our way up the staircase as I softly grip his urethral arm. I watch as his free hand grips the dark mahogany railing. The stairs creak a little too loud. Leaning closer to Elias, my hold on him tightens.
Do not fret, my dear. These stairs are safe as long as you stay by my side.
I gave him an uncertain smile, trying not to remember the state of the decrepit stairs when I first entered the mansion. They now look elegant, lined with soft gold trimming carpeting.
Careful now.
Elias placed his hand on top of mine as we walked down the hallway. He wears a faint, complacent smile. Is it tiring? Making the mansion. I paused, not sure how I should phrase the question. Not all of it is exactly hospitable.
You mean making it look like a ghost of its former glory?
He chuckles at his little pun. With a gentle pat of my hand, he sighs.
Admittedly, yes. It's quite tiring. But if it makes you comfortable, then I shall keep doing it. It also brings back many memories.
A smile on his face drips into wistfulness. For a moment, he almost looks sad. I regret bringing it up. My grip on his arm loosens, and I give him a smile back. I think you've done an excellent job, Elias, with everything.
I appreciate your kind words, my dear.
He leads me to a door, then opens it. Inside a bedroom similar to the one I awoke in, elegant and ornate, if not a bit barren.
Just a moment, my dear.
He lets go of my arm, making his way to the vanity. Instead of reaching for one of the drawers, he presses his hand against the wall, causing the vanity to lower and reveal the hidden compartment. I knew this mansion had at least one secret passage. Oh, we found it. Oh yeah, look for the hidden passages in the mansion. Elias sifts through the drawers inside the compartment, eventually pulling out an unassuming dark wooden box. He slowly opens it, revealing a ring, necklace, and a pair of earrings.
Ah, here we are then.
My eyes light up with wonders as the jewelry sparkles, even without any light shining on them. The ring is a gold band with a large diamond at the center, a beautiful classic for a reason. Just the sheer size of the diamond alone catches the eye. Meanwhile, the necklace is a string of pearls with a ruby amulet on it, and so very dazzling to gaze upon. It's like looking at the very definitions of opulence. And lastly, the earrings are a drop pair with a Victorian love knot at the base with the opal centerpiece and a yellow-tinted green sapphire at the bottom.
Do not hesitate, dear. Choose whichever your heart desires.
Oh, I gotta choose one? They're all so gorgeous, I couldn't possibly choose. Nevertheless, I reach out, gravitating towards the ring, necklace, the earrings. I like the sound of the earrings better. I picked up the earrings. They're delicate yet ornate. I sigh softly, taking my time to inspect them closer. But despite my attempts to focus on the jewelry, I hear Taylor's warnings echo in my head over and over. It's actually discomforting, not having heard his voice for so long while I'm stuck in his mansion. Should have asked him to come sooner.
Are they not to your liking? If you'd prefer something else, surely I can...
Oh no, that's not it at all. The earrings are gorgeous. I paused, giving Elias a sheepish smile. The act is starting to slip without Taylor's commentary to ground me. He said to stall for time. I need to stall for time. I'm just a touch worried about how safe it is to wear these. The mansion itself is decaying, and if the jewelry has rusted anywhere, it may irritate the skin. Elias chuckles lightly. He motions for me to put on the earrings.
It's entirely safe. I have kept them in a secure location and check on them frequently. You have nothing to fear.
The earrings could be cursed too. Once you put them on, they'll never come off. Or maybe Elias would take over your body. Or at least that's what Taylor would say if he heard that. I nearly snort at thought, but stop myself before I do. Well, better not decline Elias's wishes. I carefully slipped them on. Nothing happened. See, Taylor, I'm perfectly fine. Thank you for allowing me to borrow the earrings, Elias. They must be very precious to you. A slight blush flushes on Elias's cheeks.
Please, do keep them on for our ceremony. And beyond. Once we are wed, everything in my name will be yours.
Oh man, it's gonna be so angry. Everything? Elias really is serious about marrying me. I'm actually going to marry a dead man, aren't I? This isn't a joke. You're far too kind, Elias. Elias smiles back genuinely. I want to scream, but I hold my tongue. I'm too young to get married, damn it.
Shall we make our way outside? Everything is prepared for the ceremony.
Of course. I think I'll set up what's screaming inside my brain. We exit his bedroom together and go down the stairs one last time, my new accessory adding weight to my every step.
Soon we shall be wed, my darling, and we'll have all of eternity together. Are you excited?
Yeah. Well, I sure seems to be. I don't know how to answer that. Whether I should be sincere or tell him the truth, or continue the charade. I spent the whole night here, but I have so many questions and answers, so many loose ends and no ways to tie them. And yet I'm about to tie the knot with a man I barely know, while I have no idea if the other one will reach me in time. I'm so screwed.
My love, what's on your mind?
Nothing, am I really a bad actor in the end? With everything that has been happening, is about to happen, I must be feeling the entire range of human emotion right now, my beloved. Nervous, excited, and so full of dread. We return to the foyer where this whole night began. Elias glides along the floor while I do my best to keep up with them, trying not to arouse suspicion. Places his hands on the door behind the steps, then turns to me.
Are you ready, my love? I have worked tirelessly to prepare the old ballroom for our ceremony, and while we may not have any guests, I do hope that you will be pleased.
Yes, how about Taylor? My voice is hoarse, so the words get lost in my throat. All I can do is smile and nod.
Excellent. Then without further ado...
The doors to the ballroom open wide and Elias bids me through. I walk down a tattered red carpet, through the dim, cavernous room, towards the center with extravagant dishes, aged bottles of wine, crystal glasses, silver cutlery, and finally our bouquet awaits us. No one is watching, yet with each step I take, I hear the echoes of whispers, murmurs, cheers, and sobs whenever my foot lifts from the floor. Are these memories of previous weddings that Elias has attended, now recreated for his own? I wonder who will officiate. Elias must have some memory of a minister ready as well. Turn my head back and peer at the door, waiting for my groom. As he floats in, the noise grows more raucous, and the lights bloom into a pale blue glow. My gaze is fixed on Elias. An eternity passes in a single second as he reaches the altar, beaming with endless pride. It's time. The crowd hushes down to remember before coalescing into a single echoing voice.
Welcome all,
Oh, we do.
family and friends. Thank you all for coming today to
The
partake
voice?
in this joyous occasion.
I was expecting the accent.
Today we are gathered together to unite Elias Gallagher with his beloved.
I still can't take my eyes off my groom.
Long has he suffered, and now long shall he be overflowing with joy. Let the memories of betrayal, of murder, of waiting be washed away like
Yes.
leaves in a flood.
Absolutely.
Love has triumphed.
Oh god, if this is what Elias is thinking.
Do you, Elias Gallagher, take this person to be your lawfully wedded spouse, to live together in matrimony, to love them, comfort them, honor and keep them, in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, to have and to hold, from this day forward, now and for all time?
I do.
Do you, my dear, take Elias Gallagher to be your lawfully wedded husband, to live together in matrimony, to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, to have and to hold, from this day forward, now and for all time?
I do.
Stop!
Dang it, Taylor. Taylor! The slamming of ancient doors against the walls drown out all the memories in the ballroom, and the illusions disappear without a trace. Who? Taylor! Aside from the angry echoing of footsteps, there's only me, Elias, and a very, very sweaty Taylor in this otherwise empty sanctuary. I've never been so happy to smell his armpits to mask the scent of sweat with overpowering cheap cologne.
That's right. This has to stop.
Oh
You
god.
should have told Elias the truth ages ago.
I don't want to tell him the truth.
I should have told you the truth ages ago.
Huh?
My dear, is this the spirit medium you were talking to?
It is. His name is Taylor Potts, and...
Taylor, why do you interrupt our ceremony? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Elias's eyes flash with frustration.
Oh, have I got some words for you, Gallagher. All of this?
Taylor dresses wildly around the empty floors and tables.
All of this is for nothing! This was a dumb attempt to
Uh-oh.
find a ghost, and now I've put my best friend in extreme danger.
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
They didn't actually believe anyone was here. In my heart, I didn't believe it either. I was desperate. But we did our homework and read that you were obsessed with romance. The idea of it, at least. They aren't actually in love with you and have never been engaged to anyone before this. We went shopping for fancy clothes to trick you into appearing.
He didn't have to expose the truth like that. They could have tried to convince him, oh, we need to leave the mansion for something, and left. That's what you should have done.
So stop all of this. We're too young for marriage. We're both just college students, for goodness sake. We have our whole lives ahead of us.
Taylor's arms drop to his sides as he takes in a shaky breath.
Elias, you should be mad at me. I set them up to do all this.
Oh no.
But I should have been the one here, not you.
I look between both of the men standing in front of me. Taylor's out of breath while Elias can't find the words. Obviously.
I think we should let OHSIC disband. We need to go home. It's over.
What? But... Taylor, don't make decisions for me.
My dear is right. They have been perfectly able to choose what they like. I provided plenty of opportunities and...
And...
Yeah, and they were playing you.
Uh-oh. Taylor's previous fever gets a second wind at the sound of Elias' voice, and he puffs his chest.
Our goal was to prove you exist. Now we have, and I regret it.
Taylor...
Besides, do you even realize what rushing into marriage does to people? What if it turns out that you two don't even like each other, or can't even stand being in the same room tomorrow?
He's
I don't
right.
know about you, Elias. There's only so many tabloids that we can salvage all the way back from like 100 years ago. But have you ever had to watch your parents fight with each other behind closed doors?
Elias cocks a brow in confusion. All I can do is stand there and listen, trembling.
Rushed, unhappy marriages lead to divorce. Maybe your parents got along fine. Maybe they didn't. But if this was a regular wedding between you and Bud, you'd be waving a red flag for the whole state to see. Mom and Dad tried so hard to pretend things were okay when I was growing up. But I wasn't stupid. I saw the exhaustion on their faces. I heard what they said to each other. No one deserves that.
I'm sorry, Taylor. I didn't...
Besides, after all this, I realized I'm jealous.
Oh god, please don't say that out loud. Don't get him mad.
Oh, all this time.
Wait, jealous of who?
Me, I assume. There's a rival suitor vying for your affections.
Oh,
It's true. I think you're great, and I really, really like you. I've wanted to tell you that for some time. Since about the day we met, to be honest. But you were such a good friend. A kind friend who supported me in everything I did. But you were such a... I was scared to lose that. I was scared to make everything too big. But I guess I found a different way to make everything too big tonight, huh?
yeah, we really did.
What a charming and sad story, Taylor.
Much to my surprise, Elias's voice drips with empathy. His words are genuine. Elias, you're...
How could I not be moved? But, my dear, I need you to tell me the truth. What did you come here for?
I came here to help Taylor find a ghost. Our ghost hunting group was in danger of closing, and we decided to investigate this place. We knew people broke into this place pretty often, and no one ever actually claimed to see any ghosts, so we decided to do what we could to make you appear. Nothing I told you about the previous wedding was true. I wasn't left at the altar. I was never even at the altar. I'm just an ordinary university student trying to help a friend.
I see.
There it is. The truth's out. I suppose it had to happen sometime. It's like fading. That's so mean. We broke his heart. If Elias could sink into the center of the earth, he probably would. The only thing keeping him afloat is some sense of decorum.
But not all of this was a lie, was it? Your demeanor changed as we spent time together. You got to know me. You learned about the real me. And I think your heart opened.
Oh no, come on, don't do this! I get that you're lonely, but you're completely missing the point here.
Taylor, please. Where we go from here is up to them to decide.
The lights are flickering, the world's collapsing, and nothing makes any sense anymore. I don't know what to do. I should have never come here at all. This whole thing was a mistake. Both Elias and Taylor look away from me.
So that is it then? It simply ends with nothing?
A tear culminates in the tears in the corner of his eye before rolling down his cheek. Not nothing.
Let's just go and forget this happened.
What was that?
That came from above us!
Oh no.
It's over. It's over. It's
I
over.
knew it. I knew it.
Run!
I can't. My feet are frozen. I can't move at all. With Elias in so much distress, he can't focus his energy on maintaining the building anymore. We crushed his hopes and dreams. Decades of waiting, all for an empty lie. I feel Taylor tackle me in an attempt to escape, but it's too late. What? My head should be spinning. Imagine I've been out for hours, but I feel fine. Like nothing's happened. Cautiously, I move my hand out in the darkness, and I find nothing. Even though I should find something. Oh no. Hold up my hands to my face in the darkness, and I can see right through them, like they aren't there to begin with.
Hey! Hey! Someone help me!
Uh-oh. Taylor's panicked voice rings out in the gloom. Taylor, are you...
Something's wrong! I can't feel my limbs!
Taylor, I think... Did you get caught by the rubble too?
Yeah, but... Oh! Oh, shit! Fuck!
Yeah. I think we're dead.
It's true. Sorry that the mansion couldn't hold you. I did warn you about that rickety second floor. A few times, in fact.
Yeah, you guys, why you gotta spring this onto him? Elias floats between us, an indiscernible look on his face. He almost seems happy. Well, duh, you're dead now.
And as you also know, it has been close to a century since the estate has seen proper maintenance. Who do you think ensured that the facade and the outer gardens kept well and proper? You entered at your own risk.
He looks so smug about it.
And now, I think we'll all be together for some time.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how excited I am to have some company at long last. In fact, I didn't expect your souls to stay in this world. But I suppose that you two have some lingering regrets anchoring you to this place, same as me.
Whoa, hang on.
Elias, we never meant to...
Leave if you want to try, but don't expect to get very far. I strongly suggest that we all learn to like each other very quickly, instead of letting this situation fester.
There is no hope for us?
I never said that. Personally, I was never able to leave the mansion even after my death, much to my own chagrin. So I doubt you will have much more success. But I welcome you to your new life. Or should I say death? Enjoy it for what it is.
Tara and I exchange glances, then look back at our new host. I can't tell if Elias has lost it or if he's making more sense now than ever. Several months later? It's taken some time, but I finally managed to get my soul to climb high enough to return to the bedroom. I don't think moving would be so hard. Life made it look so easy. Taylor still hasn't quite figured it out. Maybe it's despair, maybe it's Elias helping me more than him.
I thought you might return here.
Oh, Elias.
It's a nice little bedroom, isn't it? If you want to lie down, go ahead. No reason not to relax, even for the dead. While you rest, I'll go talk to Taylor. I think it's high time things changed around here.
Changed how?
For the better, I hope. Wait here.
Huh? And with his signature bow, Elias is gone. I take up his offer and lie my soul down on the bed. It's all soft as I remember. I can't help but fall into a deep, long sleep.
Wake up, dear.
Yeah, come on.
I open my eyes, stretch my limbs, and look towards my morning greeters. Taylor and Elias float nearby, hand in hand?
So, we decided to start dating.
Of course
And
they
we'd like you
did.
to join us.
What, really? Couldn't help but wonder what kind of conversation or how many conversations they had while I was out. I thought he hated his whole personality, but I guess he ended up falling for him.
We both have feelings for you, and maybe you still have feelings for the two of us. What do you say? Want to try it out?
I guess it makes sense.
Yes. How about it? We can repair the ballroom if the three of us work together. And we can spend the rest of eternity dancing in each other's arms.
Will you marry us?
Oh, sure, what the heck. After all, if death hasn't done its part, nothing ever will. I do. Ending D forever. I mean, at least they made it work somehow? So it is a happy ending. Death is just a new beginning, it really is.